Mind you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It's Racing Series Formula 1, Season 3, tier testing. Provisionally Division 2 tonight. Hi, everyone. Give us feedback on the camera if you like it or not. If you don't like it, I will turn it off. Up to you guys. Just thought it might be a bit of a more fun interaction of going back and forth, so you can actually see some of the reactions of the commentators, of the commentary as we watch the race live. Okay, so tonight it's RSF1 Raikkonen on stream, and joining me on co-coms is Hammer Time Carl.
Hello.
Hello. How did you do's?
Yeah, not bad, you mate?
Yeah, I'm alright. Okay. What's the stream coming up looking like at your end of things?
That's looking pretty good actually, mate.
Yep. Cool. No worries. Right, it looks like we are going to get underway. So, got a nice...
Look at the little camera. Like watching Crofty.
I thought it might be... Yeah. Hello, Patronus. It is like watching Crofty. Hello, Andrew 4079. Evo 94. Hello. Right. Okay. So we're going to Silverstone tonight, guys. A bit of change of plan on the stream. We were going to do a little bit of a fun run at Hanoi, but obviously testing does take priority. Who is that beautiful man there? Oh, hello, Kachow. Don't make me. You'll make me blush on stream. Right, you've just put me off my stride. So yeah, so obviously tier testing does take priority. So it'd be good to see what the potential tiers could look like after time trials have been TTs have been submitted to the standing side of things. So from what I've seen, it's looking very, very tasty. What about you, Carl?
Yeah, I sort of watched the race last night. It was very good, quite close. Looking forward to another good battle tonight with everybody. Hoping it's going to be another close race. So yeah.
Okay, well, that's a little technical issue there. CCRO Gunter, you'll have to join back on RSF1 for Stappen's gamer tag, just as long as you've had him as friend. Okay, so we're just waiting for players now to load up into the next screen. So, full qualifying. Don't know what the weather conditions are yet, obviously because no one's loaded the game up. 17 viewers already.
I love Silverstone as a track. I just love it. It's one of my favourite tracks on the whole calendar. This is.
It's not one of mine. I have to be honest. It is not one of mine. It is not a favourite track of mine. Maggots and Beckett's, and then Chapel Curve is the finisher for me. It's Chapel Curve. I can get Maggots and Beckett's pretty done, but it's then the drop down to Chapel for the hanger straight. I just lose so much speed there. So much speed, and just can't carry it through.
I wasn't a fan of this new track layout till I went and watched World Endurance with Rachel, and then when I went to the Grand Prix with my old man last year, and I love it now. Since I've been there and actually seen it in person, it's such a good layout. It really is.
Yeah, I've raced around it, like a short track and stuff like that, but it just doesn't. For me, it doesn't have the What were we talking about? What is
Come back to us, mate. Where the fuck did you just go? Oh, sorry, excuse my language. Where did you just go? Come back to us.
Hey, me. I was just reading Andrew 4079. Why is this man wearing a rubbish F1 Teams shirt? Just like, beg your pardon. Oh, I don't know what is going on at the moment. We're still on the loading screen. I don't know.
Oh dear, that's quality.
Oh. Right, okay, I need to find out what's going on with the Discord at the moment, guys, because obviously Something is not going on here. You still at the loading screen? Oh yeah, everyone's still at the loading screen.
Yeah, still got loading screen, bud, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone know if the track's got away yet? Are they away racing? And Colin, have I got a glitch here somewhere?
This happened to me a couple of weeks, either last week or the week before.
Mm.
I was joining a multiplayer game and it was just stuck in this. I had to go back out and come back in again.
Hush, they're already in. Right, okay, so for some reason, I've not been able to load up. Right. I'll give it one more try with the cam. It might be that, yeah, I will restart the game, so bear with me 1 second, guys. Okay. See what the game's going to do for us tonight. Obviously, there is a few bugs in this game at the moment as well for everyone out there. It's like usual. When they first come out, it's just the way it is. Hopefully, though, it won't be long before they sort them out because we do want to get underway with no problems by the 2nd of August. Right. So let me just do. You still there, Carl? You've been very quiet at the moment.
Yeah, sorry mate, I'm just talking to the wife quickly.
Ah, okay. Right. Let's go and spectate. Yeah, I think we're in now. Hopefully. Yep, we are.
Away we go.
Sorry about that, guys. Okie dokie, so we have got 17 races on track, so we've only, well, is it 15 minutes to queue, one inter, so we've only lost 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay, so at the moment, Verstappen is the pace setter with a 125.5 out on the first lap on the soft set. Sporting the AlphaTauri this evening as well. That's better. Right, now we're back onto TV views. Okay, guys, welcome. Now we're underway. Let's see. Right, let's see who's in what car for this evening. So, Verstappen's obviously in the AlphaTauri, as we see. Toto in a Red Bull. He is liking the sound of the Honda engine. And Slee is also in a Red Bull as well. Lukey, he's gone in the Ferrari. Good boy. It's nice to see that you're sporting good colours. Falcon's got in his favourite banana mobile, the Renault. Shrimp is out in the McLaren, so if he's taking favour to the McLaren. Duff looks like he's in an Alpha tonight. Elemental Snow, he's sporting the Racing Point or the Tracer Point. Looks like Brundle's in a Ferrari as well. Camo. Oh, he's got in his last season's. Last season's championship winning car for him. He's gone in the Haas. Hamilton Oh, ironic, he's in the Mercedes, and Dangerous Dan, he's gone out in the Williams. Right, okay, so, how's your game coming on, Cole?
Yeah, it's getting there, mate. Not far away now. About a gigabyte away now,
Okay.
so.
Brilliant. Okay, so you should be in time definitely for Q2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, guys, it's something different, something unique for Season 3, and it's testing as well. Obviously, if it's not a big hit, I won't put it on. Andrew there, obviously, he is not a Ferrari fan this evening, or in his life. I think everyone's got to have a love for Ferrari slightly. Oh, Moronic's there, set at 1:23.3, so he's beating Verstappen's fastest lap. Right, okay. Who we got out on laps at the moment? So, on an out lap, Falcon, right. Where is he at the moment on his out lap? He is now coming into the loop. Oh, no, he's just going around Luffield, sorry. Woodcote. Now he's going to come around Cops and then hit Maggotts and Beckett. So we'll follow him as he finishes off his preparation for his flying lap, and we'll jump on board with Falcon as well. We'll guide you through the lap here as well to see, give you viewers a view of the driver. No. Mercedes is for a special. That one's for a special occasion, Patronus. Very. So am I, and I've got quite a few McLaren T-shirts as well. I've always had a little accolade for McLaren. Okay, so Falcon now finishing off as he comes down through club on to the start-finish straight through Abbey. And then round farm curve, flat out as you come up to village, harden the brakes down to third gear. Then up to third, down to second again as you come down through around the loop. And then get on the power, let the car go wide, take as much power as you come through Aintree right now. Down the Wellington straight as you head around towards Brooklyn for your DRS wide open. Hard on the brakes now just after the 50 metre board to fourth gear as you now come through Luffield. Very nice there, keep it tight, let the car go wide, but he's taking a bit of gravel there and lost so much time as he comes through Woodcote. That is not going to be a good result for him. Down the straight, round Cops. Oh, and he's aborted the lap.
Yeah, I think he lost too much time there, hitting the gravel coming out of Woodcote, didn't he?
Yeah. That is a shame from him. Duffer, where is he on the track at the moment? He's just now about to... No, he's sector 1 at the moment on an out lap. So, the next person who's going to start another run will be Falcon again. So let's see if we can get a full... Let's see if we can get a full lap from Falcon. Or is he going to box this lap? No. He's going to go around, he's wrapped up his ERS, let's go again. As you now come through club, start finish straight, power down, and then 2018, this used to have a DRS zone, as you now come through Abbey and Farm Curve.
Yep.
That was fun when it had the DRS. And then harden the brakes to village, third gear, second gear for Falcon. And then you should now come through the loop, that is second gear, keep it nice and tight. Get wide to the apex, close as you can, take as much speed as you come through Abbey, down the Wellington straight, DRS open, you want as much maximum speed as you come down into Brooklands, and then round Brooklands into Luffield. Oh, that back end's going around there, but that's a much better exit as he approaches Woodcote now. Down the straight, get as much front line speed as you now come through Woodcote. Down the straight now. Oh, not the straight, it's a little bit straight, but it's down through. That's Cops, Maggotts and Beckett's. And then Chapel Curve. This is the corner that I hate the most, but Falcon's done it very well there. A little bit of touch the gravel, but he didn't do it to her. Now down the
Hanger straight.
Hanger straight. Approach and Stowe. Down Vale. hard on the brake, second gear as you come through the club section now. Third gear, go wide on the exits, come back tight in, lovely like that. A 1:26.2. That puts him nicely there in 11th.
Not a bad lap for a second run on the same tyre. It's a good time, that is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a bit of a... looks like that back end for Falcon's a little bit loose. Seems to be following him around a bit there. Okay, so next on an outlap we have got... Oh, it's Peppermeat. Oh, yeah, he's out on an outlap. Okay, so... Oh, Hamilton's out on 2 laps soft. We'll keep an eye on him. Is he actually going to improve on his time if the tyres are old, or do the tyres have a short lifespan? Strategy around Silverstone is normally medium hard, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
And there we go. Verstappen seems happy with his time. He's retired from Q1. He's comfortable there with the mid to 125s.
Okay.
Monarchs as well, with the nice and comfy up there. Right, Hamilton's now coming through. Where is the Cops? Now approaching Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, Petronas reckons you can do a soft to medium.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I suppose 50%
Oh,
distance you probably could, yeah.
Hamilton's gone faster.
Nice.
He's gone very... 1/10 up there, so he's improved quite substantially. So this is where
He's come through the last 2 corners.
Yep.
Yeah, if you get wide on that high yellow curve,
Yeah,
you
he
lose a lot of time
managed
there.
to find 2/10.
Yeah, good lap.
Okay. So, still to set a lap, we've got Duffer, who's now on his outlap. He's put on the Alpha tonight. Snow, right. Interesting to see. Let's ride on board with the Elemental One as he approaches the club section now. Okay. Start, finish straight, hard and power. Come through Abbey now. Don't lift off through the farm curve, and then hard on your brakes to Village. Third gear, second gear to slow the car down there as well. And then as you come through the loop, oh, a little bit of lock up there as you enter the loop then. And then through Aintree, carry as much speed as you can, cut the corners there as you open your DRS as you go down the Wellington Straight and approach and under the bridge. And then into Brooklands. Throw the car in as you come through now into Luffield. Fastest sector 1 there. Oh, gets a little bit wobbly as he exits Luffield and then through Woodcote, and he's aborted the lap. Okay, so he's aborted that lap, but hopefully we'll catch him when he makes a second attempt. Okay, who we got out on track? Muddy Biscuit. He is on a flyer. He's currently 500s up on his personal best on the Sector 1, now into Sector 2. Nicely done that. So Peppermeat as well, he's out on the flyers. He's about to finish his, well, coming through now. Cops. Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, he's gone fastest in Sector 2 there, old Pepper.
Right, I'm finally in the stream.
Hooray!
Finally got there. Okay, so we just finished the lap with Peppermeat here, are we? Come for the last two corners.
Oh,
Fourth fastest,
125.
125.5. Nice lap.
Very
Came
nice
out
there
happy with
from
his lap, so
Pepper.
is Josh. So is Jace Lee, sorry. They both retired from the session.
Yeah. Peppermint getting out of the way there. Looks like he just got out of the way there for Camo, who's currently on another attempt, but he's down on his time, so doesn't look like he's giving it all his there right.
Something else I'm curious to know is, did everybody in this session get the car they wanted?
Yeah.
Or is there people who sort of wanted a slightly different car but got to the lobby a bit late? Or is there certain cars people prefer for the new season? That'd be a nice one to know.
Yeah, so that's Element there with a 125.6 as well. So times are very close, very, very close. Falcon there, he's out on another run. He's trying to improve on his time by the looks of things.
Yep. I don't know if Toto's on a time lap or not. He's now coming through Maggots and Beckett's. I've got to say, I do like the sound of that Red Bull in this game.
Yeah, the Honda power. Oh, that
Honda sounds very nice. I think he is on a flyer, so we'll see this over the line.
Oh, listen
Oh, he's
to
a bit
it.
slow at the last corner. A bit slow coming into that. We'll have to see what the time is. Yeah, it doesn't
he lost
improve.
Down 4 seconds.
I don't know if he's just going for a second run there, but Falcon, the nice 9th place there on a 25.8. Very nice.
Indeed. Yeah, very nice. So let's say that looks like it for Q1. Eliminated. Brundle did not set a lap, and Dangerous Dan, as well as Duffer.
What, didn't set any times? Oh yeah, see that, yeah.
No times at all.
Right, okay. Sorry for the absence, I'm just chewing on my dinner quickly, mate, it won't be long. Just trying to join
No
in between
worries.
mouthfuls.
Okay, so that is it. Q1 over. So eliminated from Q1, who obviously, well, they didn't set time. Well, Duffer managed to get it through with no time, but Brundle and Dangerous Dan are out. Very, very interesting. Right. So, predictions, Carl. What team do you think you're going to be in this season?
I think 4.
Yeah?
I don't think my pace is too bad. Like race pace, I'd say it's definitely better than my quali pace. And although I feel fairly quick round Silverstone and Monza, I don't really enjoy as a track, but I haven't done too bad round there. But my time around Singapore was just miles off everybody. It was a long way down.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of street circuits. I don't like the sort of stop start. I just can't get into a rhythm. Whereas a track like this, or Austria, or Germany, or Hungary, or somewhere like that, I can get into a rhythm. But with them street circuits, I just doesn't matter what I do, what setup I use, how much I practice. I just can't get into a rhythm around there. So it's frustrating. Yeah, I've always been the same. I've never really liked Monaco, Baku, or Singapore. Never have done. I like to watch them as a race on. I like to spectate as the live race. You know, it's good racing, but generally on the game, I'm not strong at them circuits.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we've got our first runner out in Haas. It's Moronic. He's come out on medium. So, is he coming out for a sighter? Is he planning on starting on those mediums? Normally, people would I would try and start on the mediums.
Seems to be a
Carl?
mixture,
Do the
doesn't
longer
there?
run first.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Seems to sort of be a mix, really. We've got a few people on soft, a few people on medium.
Yeah.
I wonder if
But
people on the softs are people
have
that are
not come
maybe
out.
not thinking they're as quick as the other people, if you know what I mean. So they've come out on the softs to match the time of the people on the mediums.
Well, there's only one person out on softs at the moment, which is Element. So is he just going around getting a sighting lap, putting a bit more rubber down the track before he goes?
Possibly, yeah. Unless he's still got his sandbags on.
Has he been to the beach lately? Let's find out.
Has he been to the beach, mate? He's a member.
Camo's also out on the mediums as well, so it looks like he's getting his run done nice and early on a green track. Toto, he's not come out yet. Good chow! Ooh, there he is in the Alpha Towering. And he is starting a flyer. Carl, do you want to go around with him? No, okay, so.
Yep.
Coming now.
Sorry, you take it, mate. You take it.
Okay, no, and there's now come through Aintree, Wellington Straight are done then to open the DRS for the Wellington Straight. Hard and power under the bridge and down into Brooklands, down into fourth gear just after the 50 metre board. Throw the car into it as well. Bring it around, keep it tight and get the perfect approach into Luffield. Keep it tight, but on the exit, let the car go out wide and gain your speed. Perfect there as you now come through Woodcut. Get as outside as far as you can, carry as much speed as you come through Cops now. Lovely there, and he doesn't even lift off, but from that he has invalidated, unfortunately. That is Kachow's lap ruined.
He was on a quick time there as well. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate.
But he's finishing the lap, he wants to see what he's going to do. He's getting a little bit of a slipstream now.
A little bit of slipstream from Verstappen.
Holds it in nicely there as he comes into Stowe, down Vale, into Club. And that would have been a 1:26.177. Oof. That is unfortunate. Okay. Slee's set at 1:26.8. See, 7 tenths behind Moronics there on the medium. She's done a 1:26.1. Element just done a 1:28.4 on the soft. So obviously he's not using the softs for his starting tyre. He's just using the lap as using it as a sighting lap. I'm sure we'll see him out again for another run. Falcon also out on an out lap, doing his final preparations. What have we got? Camo. Camo's just now started his flying lap as he now comes through the farm curve. Into the loop. Carry the speed for Aintree. Nicely done there. Open the DRS. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide there as he comes through Luffield. Oh, and there's the gravel.
Oh, he's gone round. Oh, that was close. I'm just on a border lap here with Toto, just coming down there towards Woodcut. Just touched the grass slightly. Good tracks, no coming out.
Yeah.
We've now got up the old pit straight. little bit of curb. Flat out in the copse. Oh, got nice rotation on the car there. Not too much on the curb at all. Through Maggers and Beckett's. Flat out through the first part, slight lift through the second part. Back on the hanger straight, DRS open. Flat out as fast as you can. Under the bridge. Fastest sector 2, that just went purple. So as he comes around at the stern, oh, he's invalidated, no!
That is unlucky.
That was very unfortunate. Yeah.
Verstappen's out on an out lap.
So Peppermeat's now coming around on a lap. Got a few people on laps actually. Falcon's just finished a lap by the looks of it. Hamilton's on a lap. Now coming up to Luffield and Woodcote. Very fast. Yeah. Oh! Flat through cuts. I thought Falcon was on the racing line then, I was going to say. That would have been a bit of a nasty surprise.
Down to Vale.
Comes across the line. He does improve. He's
126
third fastest.
Yeah.
Nice lap.
Verstappen's out on the softs by the looks of things. Oh,
Just on board with
Verstappen's
Verstappen
gone fast
here,
in
coming
sectors
through.
2.
Yep, just watching on board here. He comes through Stowe. Oh, sweeps it in beautifully there. Beautifully swept in. Just the right amount of curve. A little bit of lock in there, comes at the last 2 corners. Flat on the acceleration, yeah, nice traction there, nice line. He goes third,
Ooh,
125,
nice.
125,
Yeah,
8.
125.8.
Nice lap, very nice. Strong lap.
Ooh, so fast.
So fast. Such strong pace.
Right, okay, so Shrimper, he is out on his outlap on mediums. Lukey is not set a lap yet. Slee's retired.
Yeah, he retired a little. I don't know if he's had an off or if he's just happy with the lap that that's the best he could set. I don't honestly know. I didn't see anything. Yeah, bit of a mystery that one.
Okay, it looks like Toto is getting on for another run. He's come through Maggots and Beckett's now. Fresh set in mediums he's got on there.
Yeah, DRS open.
No, he's left it sharp.
Okay. Oh, he's on an outlap.
Don't need it for the.
Right.
Yeah, don't need it for the outlap. Oh, listen to that Red Bull engine. Yeah, true. Thanks for that. Slee has crashed out.
Right, okay.
Toto.
That's a shame.
See what he does now as he comes through into
Village.
and then the loop.
Yeah.
Through Aintree.
Down the straight. DRS open. Yeah, he's going for it this time round. Took a nice line into
Nice
turn.
rotation there.
Nice. Yeah, took a nice line in there. Really nice line.
Oh, Luffield as well.
Come round Woodcote.
Beautiful traction exit.
Down the old pit straight. Can he go flat through Cops?
No, a little bit of lift.
A little bit of lift. A little bit of lift through the first part, Magnus and Beckett's. Slight lift through the last bit. Touch the grass
there.
slightly. DRS open down the hanger straight underneath the bridge. Coming towards Stowe. Yeah, nicely swept in there.
Keep it tight.
Manages to keep it nice and tight, yeah. Up to the last couple of corners now. Comes up to the club section. Oh, beautiful line through there. Just the right amount of curve, yeah. And he goes 7th for 126.0. Very good lap.
Very, very good. I like that. Okay, right. Cars in the elimination zone. Snow, Lukey, Duffer, Camo and Kachow. The bottom 4 haven't set times yet, so this is their one and only chance to do it. Can they make it through? Lukey's going to make an attempt onto the through the soft, and so is Duffer, and so is Camo. So they'll be starting on soft tyres if they go through on this one.
Yep. Might sort of pay dividends on the line. You might just get that extra. Might just get that extra 100 yards of grip, but I don't know. Is it really worth starting on the soft? Will they fall away quickly? There's sort of no really way to tell, is there?
No, there isn't. Absolutely not. Right. Okay. So we're on board with Snow as he comes now through Farm Curve, and then into where's my map? Where's
into
my map?
Village.
Into Village. Then the loop.
Nice rotation there, really nice.
Yeah. Down the Wellington Straight into Brookland.
Oh, he's a little bit wide there. Oh, it's gone round.
Oh, he's gone round.
Oh no, Snow.
He'll have time to go round for another attempt though.
Oh no, you silly Billy.
Element bottle.
He's trying to warm their medium tyres up by the looks of it. Element, I'm still riding on board. He's giving them a good old thrash around Paggets and Cops. Cars dancing around from side to side.
Ooh, Moronics there, a 125.3 on softs.
Nice man.
Lukey just now gone 10th, but will that be enough?
Right, so here we go. Snow's now winding up for another lap. So we now come for the last 2 corners at Club. And here we go, down the main straight. Hitting the first corner there. Oh yeah, nice line. Through turn 2 into Village. Let's see if we can get a good rotation again. Yeah, lovely rotation around there. Down the straight we go. DRS open. This has got to count for Element, otherwise he's out. This has got to be a good lap. So here we go into Luffield. Yeah, better line this time. Around the Woodcote corner.
Oh,
he spun it again.
Unlucky.
Oh, Element.
Unlucky.
Let's get Chow on a lap here.
And softs are quite old though. And not softs, mediums.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who does that.
Yeah. easy to do this as we're getting older.
Yeah.
Now we understand when our dads used to go, when you get to our age. But yes, ooh, is Kachal going to be able to make it through into Q3? Oh, he's gone wide there, but it's not invalidated. Oh, P10.
Just gets himself in the top 10. Lovely. So unfortunately that pushes Lukey out.
But he's got through.
Yeah, not a bad lap. The only question is how many laps have them tyres done?
3 laps.
3 laps. That could come back to haunt him a little bit in the race. I fear a little bit.
Depends how kind he is on his tyres on the in lap and as well as the throughout the race.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. Q2 over. Top 10 has been decided. Well, top 10 almost have been decided. So the bottom 10 slots in the grid already. Okay, so starting P11 will be Lukey. Jaisley is 12th. Element Snow in 13th. The unlucky number 14th is Duffer and Camo in 15th. Both Duffer and Camo set no times. There's Moronic there through on a 125.3.
I wonder if some people are just maybe not setting a time just to save the tyres, start on whatever they feel like. I mean, if you're not going to start in the top 10, you're going to get that choice anyway, but...
Yeah.
It's weird because he didn't set a time in P1 either. I mean... Wonder if he's even there.
Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are away for Q3. So our Q3 contestants fighting for pole position this evening is RSF1 Falcon, Shrimper84, RS Moronix, RSF1 Verstappen, RS Toto Wolf, RSF1 Kachal, RS Hamilton, RSF1 K-Mag, Peppermeat, and Muddy Biscuit 148. Right, who's come out of the pit garage first? And Moronix is out, wants to get it over and done with, get the first run, get out there in front of everyone so no one can get in his way. Sporting a very interesting helmet there. It looks a bit like the Charles Leclerc Monza helmet. Who else have we got coming out now? Shrimper now coming out in the McLaren. Falcon's coming out now of his pit box. There's Peppermeat.
I'll be back in just a second, mate.
No worries. There's old K-Mag there as well. Ciao. Right, so Moronix will be the first one to start his first run of Q3. We'll keep with him, guys, so we can see what they've got, see what pace he's going to set, to see if he's going to put a benchmark down for everyone to beat, or is someone going to beat it very, very quickly. We will find out very shortly now as he finishes off his final preparation of his Q1 or Q3 first run. He's wound the engine up now, dialed the numbers in, he's hard on the power now as he comes through the last corner, down the main straight, into Abbey's, maximum speed as you come along, don't lift off, cut the corner beautifully there, around the farm curve, into Village, hard on the brakes, very beautifully done there, don't lose too much speed now as you come through the loop. Go wide for the entry into Aintree. Cut the corner nicely there, but don't too much because it will invalidate and you do lose time. Down the Wellington straight. into Brooklyn. Start braking at the 50-metre board. Beautifully throw the car in. Keep it tight as you come now through into Luffield. Beautifully done there. Gets the good rotation and good exit. Come through to Woodcote now. Through Cops. Maggots. Beckett's. Chapel. Down the hanger straight. Under the bridge. DRS wide open there. Hard on the brakes, throw the car into Stowe, carry as much speed on the exit, don't go too wide, the track limits are a lot stricter as you come down to Vale, into the club section, hard on the brakes, into third gear, on the exit, let the car go wide so you can cut the last corner, beautifully there, on the exit, a 125.2.
Right, I'm back, sorry about that, I was just trying to set a bloody Amazon account up for her.
No problem whatsoever there, Carl.
For all the nights to pick, she picked tonight. Fucking drive me crazy today. Right.
Right, okay, so Moronix has gone fastest at the moment with a 125.2. Verstappen's just now set time
Oh,
third
Falcon's just
fastest at
invalidated his
125.6.
lap.
Peppermeat's gone thingy. Oh, who is that in the McLaren there locking up? Is that Shrimper or is that K-Mag? Look like K-Mag there.
Right, I'm just going to stand board of Falcon because he's about to set another hot lap.
We'll put the stream on him if you want to talk us through it, Carl.
Yeah, so here we go into Village then. Now into the loop. Nice traction, yeah, got good rotation there. Down the straight, DRS open. Fast as you can, stay as far over to the right hand side before you swoop into Luffield. Yeah, got a nice line in there, maybe a little bit hesitant. Round Woodcote corners. Yeah, nice traction out of there, nice line. So down the old pit straight. 8th gear, can he hold it flat through Cops? He does, yeah, very nice. Oh, he's again, no, Falcon, oh no. He just went a little bit too wide.
Yeah.
So maybe just... he had a good line through there, I can't... Really good line through there, it's a shame. Have we got anybody else on the lap? I think everybody's now coming back into the pits for another run. Peppermeat's on a fast lap by the looks of it. He's now coming through Village. Let's see if the DRS pops open. It does, yeah, he's obviously on another one. So, down the straight, into Luffield.
Up.
Slightly up, yeah. Round Woodcote corners. Yeah, nice line out of there, really nice. So down the old pit straight. Will he go flat through Cop's corner? He does, yeah, nice line, well held there. So here we come back into Beckett's. Can he hold it flat through the first part? He does. Slight lift for the second part, slight lift for the third. Through the corner, DRS open, down the hanger straight, coming towards Stowe, under the bridge. Through Stowe corner. Yeah, nicely held through there, nice line. He is going to complete the lap, so here we go for the last two corners. Yeah, nicely held through there. Around the last corner. And he improves, 4th fastest, 125.5.
Indeed.
So I think everyone else is now getting ready to head out again for another bang. Shrimpers on an outlap. Everybody else is in the pitch waiting, I think, for that opportune moment, but we'll see what Shrimper can do.
interested to see what Shrimper can do. Like you say, there's not many people out on track at all, apart from Peppermeat, who will be. Ooh, how much? I wonder how much fuel he's got. Has he got enough to get back to the pits?
Seems to be just sort of trickling back slowly, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, the fuel's gone.
Oh, oh, Shrimp has come back into the pits.
Turn your ERS on, Peppermeat, because that will give you more power. That's it.
So we've got Verstappen, Muddy Biscuit and Kachow on outlaps currently. I'm a bit confused as to why Shrimper came in the pits unless he didn't change his tyres.
Unless he didn't feel confident in that lap, and it looks like Kachow and Verstappen might be doing some sneaky slipstreaming.
Right, okay, well they're both outlaps, so we'll have to see how this unfolds over the course of the lap here.
Yeah.
Verstappen first, followed by Kachow.
Right on board with Kachow.
Yeah, I'll stay on with Verstappen, see if there's any... I think Kachow's a bit too far back. He's obviously hung back to get the clear air.
It depends where he wants this where he wants his slipstream there as he now comes through the farm curve.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Into village.
Somebody's just going slow.
Yeah, it was the Haas of Moronics.
The Haas! As everyone else likes to call it. Depends on a good lap here. It's the fastest first second time. He's on a good lap here.
Oh, don't think they are going to slipstream because obviously the gap is still very much apart between.
Yeah, Ben's now coming through Maggots and Beckett's.
Charles now coming through the second part of Maggots and Beckett's. Now come through Chapel Curve, down the hanger straight. Gets DRS wide open.
Ben's now coming through Stowe into the last few corners. Always went a little bit wide in the first part. Doesn't improve. Stays fourth. That's a shame. He had a really quick first
125.6 there and goes P6.
Yeah, nice lap time there from Kachow. So we've got quite a few people on outlaps now. We've got Peppermeat, K-Mag, Toto, Hamilton and Shrimper all on outlaps. So can they all make it round with where they are?
40 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. 40 seconds to go.
I think they will all make it, but I think Falconer's choose to not set a lap. Don't know if he's used all of his tyres. Oh, Peppermeat's got it wrong. Oh, Peppermeat's got it wrong. He got a wobble in turn, midway through turn 1. Got a wobble. Went over the curb. That's the end of that lap. So unfortunately he's not going to get a shot at pole. Muddy Biscuits now coming through Cops, down to Maggots and Beckett's. Very quick through that section of the track. Oh, he's went wide though. Just managed to save that.
No,
down hanging straight, DRS open.
Oh, got a bit of a snap there.
And Muddy's gone into the pits. K-Mag's invalidated. Oh, Toto's invalidated. No. Coming through
124.9
cops.
from Moronix.
Yep. I think Toto's just going to complete the lap to see what it was capable
Hamilton's
of.
gone round.
Oh dear.
Hamilton's gone round in club.
Yeah, so Toto is going to complete the lap to see what it would have been. It's a shame he invalidated there. I think that's it, AJ. I don't think there's anyone else left to come over the line. So
No,
Moronix has claimed
over.
pole. In the Haas. I think it'll be a long time before that happens in real life, but well done, Moronix, anyway. Well done, good lap.
You never know. You never know. Never say never.
Yeah, Moronix wanted the 24s get in. Yeah, good lap, Moronix. Well done. Good lap.
Yeah. Very good lap there from Moronix. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your top 10. In pole position is RS Moronix. Hamilton in second. Schrimfer in third. Verstappen in fourth. Peppermeat in fifth. Kachow in sixth. Muddy Biscuits in seventh. 8th is K-Bag. 9th is RSF1 Falcon. Unfortunately didn't set a time. And Toto Wolff in 10th. So he didn't set a time either. Not for one try. Unfortunately, Toto did invalidate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. He's on a good lap. Just a little bit wide, coming out of cops over the curb, and that just invalidated him. Which is a shame, because I feel that the track limits are a lot stricter on the game than they are in real life. You know, there should be really parity between the two. You know, if they can get away with it in real life, then it should be the same on the game. Do you know what I mean? If you can run slightly wide over that curb coming out of cops and not be penalised in the real world, you know, that should be the same as in the game.
Whilst I've got this interval as well, Carl, I'm just going to go and spend a penny.
Okay, mate. Yep, so there we go, everybody. Good qualifying session. Well done to Moronix for putting it on pole. Good lap there. A couple of people invalidated in the top 10 shootout, which is a shame to see. But it can happen. Or go a little bit too fast into one corner, and that can mess up the whole lap, which is a real shame. Unfortunately, but we'll have to see what happens in the race. But I think this is going to be very close, this race. Right, so here we go, away on the formation lap. So starting in pole, we've got RS Moronix for Haas. In second place, we've got RS Hamilton for Mercedes. Third place, we've got Schrimper for McLaren. Fourth place, we've got Verstappen for AlphaTauri. In fifth is Peppermeat in the Mercedes. Sixth is Kachow in the AlphaTauri. Seventh is Muddy Biscuit in the Alfa Romeo. RSF1 K-Mag is 8th in the McLaren. We've got RSF1 Falcon in 9th in the Renault. We've got RS Toto Wolff in the Red Bull in 10th. 11th place is Lukey in the Red Machine, the Ferrari. Then we've got Jay Slee in 12th in the other Red Bull. Element Snow in 13th in the pink Mercedes. We've got Duffer in 14th in the other Alfa Romeo. 15th we have Camo in the other Haas. 16th is RSF1 Brundle in the other Red Machine. 17th is Dangerous Dan in the Williams. And rounding out the last place is RSF1 Albon in 18th in the Renault.
Should not be in here.
I was then thinking that. We need to get him removed from the session.
Yeah, that's down to the lobby host though.
Who's the lobby host, mate?
That'll be Verstappen.
Verstappen, right, okay. Let me see if I can get Verstappen's attention quickly.
Why is he even in this lobby? I do not know, guys. I do apologise.
Just see if I can get him removed.
Right, guys. So the grid is now forming up. Let's hopefully see if we can get a good start sequence this time. And waiting now. Sound of horsepower.
A lot of people are calling for a restart, AJ, because Albon's in the lobby.
Yeah, okay, we'll keep with it for now though. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. No!
And they're away. Oh, Schrimmer's got a slow start.
Hamilton makes a fantastic start and takes the lead from just before turn 1. Veronic's just snatched the lead at turn 1, but had the lead snatched from turn 1.
I've got a feeling Albon's just absolutely being a complete pillock in here. He needs to be booted out. He's just gone straight across turn 1. 2 5-second time penalties for cutting the track. So he's obviously just in here just to be just craziness. Another one, he's collided with Peppermeat and gained 1 place. Another 5-second penalty. I think we're going to have to restart this, mate, to be honest with you. He's obviously proved to everybody why he's been kicked out of the league. Let me just see if I can get in contact with Ben.
You might go jump in his party, Carl.
Yep, I'll see if I can get there, mate. And,
yes, guys, it is a restart, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, someone who is very sour, cannot accept fate, and has decided to ruin a session for the league. Obviously, we will not take this lightly. Absolute apologies about this. So, as we wait now for Carl to get in touch with the lobby host to inform of the restart, we are going to just keep with Hamilton as he tries to catch up the safety car now. Mr. Verstappen.
hello, mate. We need to do a restart.
That is a restart.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, Albon shouldn't even be in, mate. He jumped in at the last second, mate. We didn't realise that we were doing the formation lap that he was in. He's smashed into everybody and made a bit of a mess of it. So yeah, he's completely cut turn 1 and 2, crashed into 2 or 3 different people. Obviously cut the corner, just being a complete bell end, excuse my French, but shouldn't even be in the lobby because he's been removed from the league. So yeah, if you can sort of restart out, mate, then we'll go for that.
Yeah.
Right, okay, mate.
Okay.
Well, hope. Yeah, it was. Yeah, really good, mate. Really good qualifying. Oh, and he's just... Oh, what is he doing? Yep.
You'll have control
Okay,
of the lobby anyway. If he tries to join again, just kick him.
Let me put that in the chat for you, mate.
Hang on, Carl, I'll do it because I've got the admin.
Oh, okay, mate. Yep. That's cool. Yeah. That was a real shame, mate. We just, as it was coming through, we were both like, hang on, as I was reading out the formation lab, I was like, Albon, hang on a minute, he shouldn't be... And then AJ went, he shouldn't be here, and I was like, I was just thinking that.
Alex, who am I on the webcam? I am RSF1 Raikkonen. I am one of the committee members, so hello. It's just a little bit of experiment I'm doing with it, so... Alex67 in the Twitch feed. Right, okay. Have you guys got the information you need to sort the grid out? Alright, Carl, if you get the stream up and scroll back to where the grid was.
Yes, mate.
And then you should be able to... Hello, Sturridge. Sturridge, Alex67 is Sturridge. Verstappen says, hello, German friend. Okay.
Alright, let me just find this for you, mate. 2 seconds.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think people like the webcam. Carl, have you got the bottom 10?
2 seconds, mate. I'm just.
I do apologise about this, ladies and gentlemen, about this. This is not normally a usual thing that we like to be doing. Just unfortunate that some people are just very, very sour. And they ruined and made everyone's race finish a lot later than what it needs to do. Just at the moment, Carl and the lobby host are sorting out the grid, making it to the formation that it was from the previous qualifying sessions. What happened was that unfortunately an ex-member of the league jumped into a lobby and started crashing into everyone and ruined it for a lot of people, Andrew. So it just goes to prove that some people are absolute children. And it looks like Shane's joining in on this race as well. Carl, what I should do in this, take your audio off so everyone doesn't hear it between the conversation between you two. Yeah. Okay. So, unfortunately, guys, you have just got to listen to me, my marvellous voice. Yeah. Let's not do another thing that I did at the start of season 2. And if can guys go into the cars that they were in previously as well? Keep the cup field the same. Snow, please go back into the racing point. It's getting a little bit warmer and the McLaren t-shirt's a bit cooler, Andrew, so it's not cotton like the Ferrari one. The Ferrari one's got a lot of cotton on it because it's a better t-shirt, like they're a better team. What? Shirt, can you not read? Pardon? I think I know what he's doing. Fifteen drivers ready. Yeah, but spectators are not counted as drivers. You're missing Brundle. No, Slee's in. Oh, Shane's gone in there. I'm now messaging Brundle. A 1:24.9. Yeah, fine. We'll give them plenty of time. Yep. Where's Duffer? Right, it's 9:15. We need to get underway. It's 9:15. People have got lives and work to do, so. Cool. See you at the finish line.
Right, sorry about that, everybody. But as AJ's explained, we had a bit of a numpty come in.
Yeah.
AJ, there's going to be some serious combox going on when all this COVID-19 stuff is over, mate.
How do you mean? What, you coming over?
I'm going to be round. We're going to do it together in the combox, and that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Well, we don't have to wait for COVID.
I mean, commentating, that is.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to wait for COVID. We don't have to wait. We have you created your social bubble yet?
Yeah, well, that's me and Rachel and the boys, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but that's your immediate household. You can actually now have social bubbles where you can have other households in your house.
Ah, right, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah. And the person that ruined the race for everyone was formerly known as RSF1 Albon, which we take no accolade whatsoever for him carrying our name. Let me make that clear. He has been removed from this league. He is not a member of it, so any actions that he does, we are not responsible for.
Can we not request for his name to be changed, or is that something he's got control over?
He's got control over his Xbox gamer tag.
Right.
Okay, guys, so a little bit of a shorter grid this time. We've only got 15 drivers, but we have got some new drivers that have gone into it as well. We've got Shane, who's coming, RSF1 Shane 0407. He's decided that he's going to get on track around Silverstone. He's probably finished playing his silly little football game called, I'm not going to mention it for copyrights. Right. Do you know what? I had curry and rice for tea, and I'm still hungry.
You had what? Curry and rice.
Yeah, I had a Caribbean rice for tea. For my dinner, sorry. I'm not going to hear the end of that now, because first I was telling you, you're going to call it tea. And I'm hungry. I really fancy, I don't know what I fancy. Something really chocolatey and something really rich.
Yeah, I might have to attack. I've got some fizzy strawberry cables in the cupboard. I might have to attack them in a minute.
What, strawberry laces?
Yeah, the cables with the white bit in the middle, but fizzy ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might have to attack them in a minute. I might have to make an appearance on the stream.
Right.
I hope that's water, young man.
Yes. Oh, well, actually, no, it's cream soda.
Oh, well, that's alright then. As long as there's not alcohol on the stream.
Oh, no. Have a kebab with that dodgy Ferrari shirt. No, thank you. And Dave's Rombus is saying that here's the answer to all of Andrew's questions. Look out, Andrew. If you believe anything that Rombus says, you are No, I didn't have rice flavoured tea. I had curry and rice for my dinner. At least someone knows what it actually is. It's dinner. Right, underway. Carl, take us away for the formation lap.
Right, here we go. Let's try this again. So, we've got Moronics on pole in the Haas, RS Hamilton in second in the Mercedes. We've got Shrimper third in the McLaren, RS Verstappen in the AlphaTauri in fourth, Peppermeat Mercedes in the fifth. We've got Kachow in the AlphaTauri in sixth, Muddy Biscuit in seventh in the Alfa Romeo, K-Mag in the McLaren in eighth. We've got RSF1 Falcon in the Renault in ninth. We've got Toto and Jay Slee in the Red Bulls taking up 10th and 11th. We've got Sexy Snow in 12th place in the pink Mercedes. Camo is 13th in the other Haas.
Bum, bum, bum.
And then we've got Dangerous Dan in the Williams in 14th. And we have RSF1 Shane in the Ferrari in 15th.
Right, so that's a nice short formation up there. So it's going to be interesting to see what Shane can do from the back of the grid. It's going to start on medium tyres. So there is one advantage to this. Obviously, everyone now gets fresh tyres. So everyone that had to do like 2 or 3 runs on their medium tyres have gone, phew, I can actually race hard now.
Yeah.
I just hope as well they've applied the right setups.
Yes, that's another thing that's easy to forget. You're so impatient to get in the game and you forget to put your setup on. You're like, oh no, I've done it. I think we've all been there. I think we've all done it.
A balanced setup.
Yeah, go around Silverstone on like a setup for Azerbaijan, for example, or Spain, and you're like, oh no. Right, so saying pit stop strategy should be mediums around lap 11 to 14 or hards around lap 11 to 14, but we've got a mixture here, so there's people on the soft and on the medium. So I think we're going to see the medium runners run a bit longer than lap 11 or 14. I think we might see people go, I'm tempted to say we might even see people go as far as lap 17, 18 and then go for a run on the softs.
Yeah, well, grid's now forming up. Pole position are in place, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Rest of the grid.
Just waiting for that man with the green flag at the back.
And he's waving them flags. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Now! Alex gets a better start this time, but Hamilton does make the better start.
Has still got a better start.
Oh no, but this time they're side by side as they come through Abby and the farm curve. Oh no, there's contact! There's contact!
No. Contact! Oh no!
Moronics is out! And Hamilton
That's absolutely devastating for Moronics. I don't know if someone had a snap on coming through turn 1 there and just couldn't settle it for turn 2. Going up to turn 3, but it certainly didn't look pretty on the stream. And Shrimper finds himself in an unsuspected first place, I should think.
Yeah,
he's probably thinking, lovely job.
Yeah, so as Carl was saying, pit strategy, like 11 to 14 for the hard tyres. So we'll be going medium hards or soft hards. It's weird how the softs and the mediums have the same tyre window.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just invited Camo back.
Yeah, Camo's back in.
Right, so we've got a full safety car. Is anybody going to gamble this early and make a pit stop? I don't see it happening, but you never know. Yep. So Kachow's coming in.
So Kachow's going to slap on the hards, is he?
Is Chow going to go for the hards, yeah, and try and make it on a one stop. Suppose you've got to be prepared to do something different if you want to win.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
Is he feeling that this is the right strategy? We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, he's also coming for wing damage as well.
Right,
Looks like
okay,
he's
so that's
been a bit
why then.
wounded.
So Hamilton's in
Hamilton's
as
left
well.
the session. Oh, looks like they haven't sorted out the glitch between skipping a lap.
It's not allowing me to invite Peppermeat back for some reason. Right, okay, he's joined.
Looks
So-
like Moronix has said he touched the grass on the left, twitched the rear and hit Hamilton and killed myself. Can't get a break with this game.
That's a real shame. Unlucky Moronix. That was a good lap to put it on pole, so that's going to be a shame you're not in the race to battle that out at the front, no doubt. Fortunately for Hamilton, then we are behind the safety car, so hopefully he can make up a bit of time that he's lost in that unfortunate coming together.
Yes, Patronus, there has been a restart. Unfortunately, if you watch back earlier, you'll see what's happened.
It's nice of Moronix to come out and say that's his fault, though. So many people would say that's his fault, and then the fingers would be pointed. So, you know, well done, Moronix, for accepting blame on that one. Luke's just put this game is so buggy, lobbies need a fix. So perhaps Luke couldn't rejoin the lobby then. Yeah, Patronus has put agreed it's not ready for league racing. That's a shame. If that is to be the case. The last thing we want is problems in the league with glitchy games and what have you. People can't join, or people keep leaving even though they're not leaving. People being kicked out for no reason at all. So Kachow and Hamilton were the unfortunate parties in that first couple of corners medley there. But that'll be interesting to see what they can do from the back. Hamilton's on the medium tyres, Kachow on the hard, so that'll be interesting to see how they come through the field.
Safety cars coming in this lap then, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready for a restart. Remember guys, there will be no DRS until lap 5 now. So this is going to be very, very interesting now. Will Schumper manage to get away from Verstappen? Will he leave Verstappen? Will he catch him napping? Safety car
He's doing a
is
bit of
now
weaving,
coming
yeah.
to the pit line. And that's
And
it,
he's gone.
Schumper has bolted. He'll be on the soft tyres, so he'll be able to get up to temperature and speed
He's
a
a few
lot
car
faster.
lengths ahead, but yeah, he's a few car lengths ahead. Seems to have got that okay for the moment. It's a good 9/10 of a second ahead, so can Verstappen close that gap, or is he just going to pull out a little bit to start? Is he coming to Village for the first time? He's 1.1, 1.0, 1.1, 1.3 seconds ahead now. Wow, he got a really good exit out of turn 3 or 4 there. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
1.5 clear now.
Yeah, so clearly the soft tyres will have a great advantage. So Muddy Biscuits does need to get through Peppermeat and Verstappen very, very quickly, because that soft tyres will go off a lot faster than...
Yep. Yeah,
than
Schwimmer
the
really
mediums.
needs to make this advantage count now. He really needs to get out of DRS and undercut zone if he can.
Well, he's out of DRS already. He's 1.6 seconds away ahead, so he's managing the job very well, and he hasn't even completed the lap yet. Right, guys, that's it. Peppermeat is currently looking at the back of RSF1 Verstappen as he makes a move on the outside of Stowe now. No, it's not Stowe. Yeah, it's Stowe.
Yeah, and he's through.
Nice move there.
Verstappen just needs to be a little bit wary, because Muddy Biscuit is now right behind Verstappen. I'm sure he'll be very keen to get through on them soft tyres as well. He just needs to keep his composure now. Put his car in the right places on the right pieces of the track. Try and keep Muddy Biscuit behind. I feel if Muddy Biscuit gets ahead, I think that could really mess with Verstappen's race.
Oh, Kachow's got
Oh,
speed.
Kachow, 5
speed
seconds.
penalty. Ah.
Oh, he's retired.
Oh, Muddy Biscuit's having a look.
Yeah, he's a bit too far back though. So coming to Woodcote, Ben's clearly in front. A couple of car links there in between them. So come down the old hangar straight, or down the old pit straight, sorry, rather, should I say.
See, I'm not the only one that gets mixed up with the track.
Yeah, that's it. That's our age, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah. So everyone is currently in formation, and then there's Toto Wolff for 3-second time penalty. The track limits are going to catch people out on this game by the looks of it. Oh, Verstappen's getting very much closer again behind Peppermeat.
Just Lee's retired as well.
Lee's out.
Don't know what happened there. Don't know if he's dropped it coming down the back straight there.
He lost it
down the hangar straight.
At the end of Chapel. He lost it at the exit of Chapel.
Right, okay, so it's a virtual safety car now then.
Look at this already.
The thing that everybody's
Shrimp has got a 2.1 second lead. Oh, now it's dropped down to 1.7.
The thing that everybody's got to be aware of is as soon as they say virtual safety car has ended, you've got to be ready to hit that accelerator straight away, because if the person in front or behind gets it right and you don't, that could be the key to gaining or losing 2 or 3 places on the restart. You've got to be on the button as soon as that light goes green. You've got to be ready to go. I've had it happen to me so many times. I've missed the restart and you lose 2 or 3 places, and it just feels like the world has fallen down around you at that point.
Got to drive
So we're
through
going green.
penalty.
Oh, speeding on the BSC, no.
Bit too eager there.
So we're going
Toto.
green again. So Ben managed to get a good restart there. In third, ahead of Muddy Biscuit in fourth. Yeah. There's 2.1 seconds now between Peppermeat and Shrimper at the start, at the front.
Yeah.
First and second. 2.2, 2.3. And all these sort of stoppages and halts and virtual safety cars are only going to help
Verstappen's
Shrimper. And
making
Ben's
a
going
move
for
on.
him down the inside!
Oh, but Peppermeat holds him off as he comes into club now.
He just holds him off. He's going to stay just behind for the club section here as they come onto the main straight. The thing is, if he's going to do it, if he's going to get this move done, he's got to do it quickly, because Muddy Biscuit is right behind him waiting to pounce. You know, he's got to get this right if he goes for it. Otherwise, if he gets this wrong, Muddy Biscuit could be through as well.
Yeah. So Verstappen's looking very hungry there. Verstappen gets a great exit out of Aintree now.
Is he going to have the DRS?
Yes, he has.
He
DRS
is, but then
over.
so is Muddy Biscuit. He's going to have to keep an eye on his wing mirrors, because Muddy Biscuit's coming through. He's going down the inside into left field, and he's through. That is the advantage of the soft tyres against the medium. They fire up so much quicker.
Absolutely.
So Ben's going to settle
Muddy
at
Biscuit's
fourth now.
getting straight on the back of Peppermeat now.
Straight on the back of Peppermeat, yeah. As they come through Cops, lost a little bit of time. Just maybe the you know, coming through behind another car. I can't think what the word is. I'm sure someone will. Sure, someone will remind me of it.
Through Chapel Curve, open his DRS now. Peppermeat is under serious threat here as Money Biscuit.
Is Peppermeat going to defend? Oh, they go side by side. But Peppermeat's still got ahead. Understeer is the word I was looking for. If they come through cops, that's the word.
Okay, so Peppermeat is still mounting second, but obviously with Peppermeat defending from these two drivers, he is losing time to Shrimper. Shrimper has got 2.6 seconds, so Shrimper is very close to being very safe from the undercut. 2.9
so
seconds
here
now.
we go. Muddy Biscuit. Can he make it happen down here with the DRS? We want to put as much overtake into this as he can. Yeah, he's going to go for it down the inside into Luffield. Is Peppermeat going to hang around the outside? No, he's through. He's through.
Oh, there's a little lock up there for Muddy.
Yeah, the key for Muddy is now, can he get away? Can he get away from Peppermeat, or can Peppermeat stay just there in the DRS?
Yeah, that's a glitch that unfortunately, guys, that we have never been able to fix. It's something to do with Twitch. We've done everything in our power to possibly do anything, but the crackling, if it's the co-coms that's crackling as well, probably, it is just, we can't, we've tried everything. Okay, so Muddy Biscuit up to second. So, will Muddy's tyres be in a better shape than what Shrimper's here? I'm not saying so, because obviously Shrimper has not had to follow anyone. Dangerous down there, 3-second time penalty for obviously
3 second time penalty.
Yeah. Muddy Biscuit has been following two cars, and so the extra hot disturbed air would not be doing his tyre wear very good, whereas Shrimper's had nice clean air in front of him. So
nice clean air ahead of him. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been able to take it easy on his tyres. His tyres have been a lot cooler, so they would be wearing a lot less.
Oh, Shane's got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, and he's retired from
the session. So the gap's staying around 2.5, 2.6 seconds between Shrimper and Muddy.
But Verstappen, he's not letting Peppermeat get away.
No, I still feel like the main race is swinging maybe towards Peppermeat and Verstappen more. You know, Shrimper and Muddy aren't really getting away that much ahead, considering the softer tyres. I wonder if they're starting to just get a little bit of loss of grip in them.
Right, okay, I'm seeing something very peculiar here, or is it me? Are your tyre deltas telling you that the medium's on 0 laps?
Yeah, 0 laps, 0 laps, 8 laps, 8 laps. But then elements on the soft tyres are saying he's on 0 laps as well, so I don't quite know.
Unless he's boxed. Oh, Pep. Shrimper's in the pits. Shrimper's coming in the bit. He's pitted.
Shrimper's come in, yeah. So he's obviously had enough of them soft tyres. Is he going to hard tyre it to the end?
Oh, he's gone on the mediums.
Got on the mediums, right? Okay, I suppose it's possible. 16 laps. Done 10 laps on the soft. All right, not all of that has been at full speed.
Yeah.
When you think about how many laps we have, that's what we had 5, maybe 6 laps at full speed on the soft tyres. That's not fantastic, really, is it?
No, and obviously this is like where you're saying where that's going to come
Oh,
back
he's crossed the
into
white line
medium
coming out of the pits as well.
Didn't get told off for it though, did he?
No, he didn't get no penalty for it, but something he needs to be careful of.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, because it is a safety line there for the drivers not to cross that line.
So he's come up behind K-Mag. Is K-Mag going to play the team game and move aside, or is he going to think, you're on the same tyres as me, we're in the same race, so you get past if you're faster?
Then he might just drag him along a bit and help him out as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's now and give him a little bit of a slipstream down the hanger straight. Just to like to be definitely secure against the longer run and medium runners there.
Toto Wolf's got another 3-second time penalty there.
Yeah, Falcon's just now coming to the pit lane now.
Yeah, so came out, he's playing the team game,
He's moved over.
through. Makes sense really, he's got so much more pace on them tyres, Shrimper has. The only thing he's got to be careful, where he's letting through, he's kind of been caught by Toto Wolff really quickly there. He's just got to be a little bit careful how he plays these next few corners now. So Element's in the pits as well. And Element's going for a set of mediums as well.
Yep. So Shrimper up into 6, so that means at the moment he is 26 seconds behind the race leader, and a pit stop around Silverstone cost about what? 28 seconds?
28 seconds, yep.
So yeah, it's going to be, he should comfortably pull out nicely ahead when Muddy Biscuits does come in on his 10 lap old softs.
Yep.
Cool, look at this car as well. Camo's made up 9 positions.
Yep. Sort of in a race of one at the minute. I don't know if he's, I'd say he must have been in the pits because he's got 0 laps on his tyres here.
Yeah, I don't think Hamilton's tyres have come up medium, so not everyone's come in the pit lane, guys, for put all mediums on at the same time. For some reason, on some of the cars, the laps are not going up as they go around the track, so...
Right, so we've still got 1.5 seconds between Muddy and Peppermeat, but I think Muddy's going to have to come in this lap off them tyres to make the race work, really. Not really pulling the gap that he needs to on these other cars behind him to make it. Oh, Dangerous Dan's gone!
Oh no! Looks like he's lost it. Coming into
virtual safety car, so if this lasts until Muddy gets to the pits, he could benefit from this.
Oh, where is Muddy? He's now coming down the hanger straight.
Now coming down the hanger straight. The thing is, this virtual's got to last till he comes out the pits for him to benefit. If that suddenly goes green as he goes into the pits, he's not going to benefit from this, but he's coming into the pits. Oh, that has! Just as he's coming into the pits, it's gone green! Oh no! That is bad luck, unfortunately.
Yeah. It is crackling, unfortunately. Is it mine, or is it both of us, Scotsman?
You sound quite clear, AJ, I'd say.
Okay. Let's stop now.
I think we both sound quite clear. I think it's just the crackling in the.
Right, okay, so Muddy has not got in front of Shrimper, so Shrimper overall has the net lead.
So we're sort of as we were between these two then.
Yeah.
So, with a few laps, younger tyres, can Muddy now hunt down Shrimper for what would be probably the overall lead? Depends what Peppermeat and Verstappen and Camo can churn out. Now everybody's on the same tyre, although Shrimper and Muddy's are a lot newer.
Yeah. Try refreshing your stream, guys, if you're having sound problems, because I've just listened to it and it sounds okay to me. Right, so Verstappen very close again behind Peppermeat. He looked like he wants to get past him.
Yep. Maybe he's looked after his tyres a bit better.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just got more grip at this phase of the Grand Prix.
He's opened up his DRS nicely there as he now come down the straight. Not going to be able to
I think
do it on this
Peppermeat
ramp.
probably defended with some ERS there.
Peppermeat's got more ERS there at the moment.
Yeah. I think he defended with a bit of it down the straight there. But Verstappen's very close, keeping it very honest here.
Oh, got a little bit wide there.
The only thing that I find if you follow someone too closely through here, the understeer is quite bad.
Yeah, it catches you out. But look at this, Verstappen's not
But
let
Ben's
that
got a
phase
good
him.
run. Front line speed! And he's going
What a
forward down the
move!
inside. Oh, they're side by side! They're side by side! Peppermeat's still holding the inside very slightly!
Peppermeat's held it. Peppermeat has held it. Wow.
But Ben is very close. 0.2 of a second, look.
Yeah.
Just 1/10 of a second, innit?
They're right behind each other. He's pretty much sniffing the back. Gearbox says, "Oh, they've got one there. He's going to make the move, but no, thinks better of it."
He's just gonna hold position, wait for that DRS.
Gets a better drive out there as they come now up to Raintree, cut the
Oh,
corner. Goes
brilliant,
a little bit
brilliant
wide there,
drive.
but a little bit of snap there. Will he be able to make it? Will he use the overtake
He's got-
button?
He's not overtaking full, but I think Peppermeat's defending with his overtake. But I think there's no question that at this phase of the Grand Prix, Ben's tyres are in better shape. He's got the faster car at this point of the race.
Yeah.
Seems to have looked after them tyres a bit better. For traction, Peppermeat just seems to be struggling in the slow speed corners. I mean, Ben's all over him. The traction between the two is unbelievable. Be careful with that understeer, Ben. That suddenly catches you out, you can have a snap
He's
on.
got the overtake there. He's going to make the move now. He's definitely got the run. He's in the slipstream now.
Peppermeat's holding the
out.
inside. So
Ben's
Ben's
gonna
going to
have the
have the
outside.
outside. Is he going to make it happen? They're side by side. Oh, Ben's running a little bit wide.
Oh, Peppermeat is still in the lead, but Peppermeat now goes into the pits.
Peppermeat's gone in. I think he knew he had to. The tyres are gone. Can't fight it no more.
So this is where now Ben needs to absolutely push like mad. He needs to pull. If he's the faster car, he needs to gain the time in the overcut now. The undercut can be quite powerful around Silverstone.
But what's Peppermeat? Peppermeat, is he going to go for the softs?
He's gone on soft.
Yes, he is. He's gone on softs. 10 laps to the end. That's more than doable. Depends how quickly he's going to. If he's going to take all the life out of the first 3 or 4 laps, they're not going to last. But if he can eke that performance out equally over every lap,
That's crazy.
so he's come out. He's 8. About 6 seconds behind Muddy. 6-7 seconds behind Muddy Biscuit. Right. Okay.
So Shrimper is 20 seconds behind Verstappen, so Shrimper is in the lead. So
Verstappen is going to be a net fifth.
P6.
P6 maybe 5 or 6, yeah. He's going to have to really get the hammer down now.
Yeah.
Really get the hammer down, Ben, is if he wants to make this. Is he going to come in this lap, or is he going to try and do a few more laps?
Yeah. Is he gonna immediately respond? No. He's going round.
No, he's going to go round, so he's going to have younger tyres at the end of the race. Maybe he might lose track position, but if he's got 2 or 3 lap younger tyres, he can attack hard at the end of the race.
Yeah. Currently doing a 1:27.9, and what is Peppermeat doing?
We need to wait another lap, aren't we, to see what Peppermeat's time is.
Yeah.
But he's only got 19.3 seconds to Shrimper.
Yeah, Shrimp is starting to reel him in, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's Peppermeat there, faster sector 3 there, so he is romping round the track now.
And this is the thing, Muddy and Shrimper could even be at risk to Peppermeat and maybe Verstappen if he comes into the pits and puts the softs on, because these guys are going to be so much quicker on them tyres for the first few laps.
Yeah, absolutely. And also with the lighter cars as well, they'll last a lot longer.
So Pepper's now just 4.2 seconds behind.
Muddy biscuit.
4.4. So I think Ben's going to have to come in this lap, as he does, yep.
Yeah. Right, let's see where he comes out.
So Shrimper's now coming around Stowe. Muddy Biscuit's not far behind. So these guys are going to jump him. Peppermeat's now coming around Stowe as well. Falcon's now coming around Stowe.
Ben's now in the box. He's having his tyres changed. Nice stop there from his pit crew.
So Shrimper's through. Muddy Biscuit's through. Peppermeat's going to come through any second.
Now.
Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight with Falcon. It's going to be very tight with Falcon. Very tight. He's just done it. He's just got ahead of Falcon, so that's
good.
Very important for his race. Very important.
Yeah. So now he's on the fresher softs. His softs will be at their peak for a bit longer. Will he use that as a advantage? He's going to have to.
Just
if he wants to get
10.6 seconds covers the top four.
Excellent. So yeah, so this is now where has Shrimper called the right strategy, gone onto the mediums when he did, or is Pepper and Verstappen going to come with 8 laps to go? They've got to find Peppermeat's got to find 7 seconds and Verstappen's got to find 10 seconds. Is it doable? So that's going to be nearly 2 seconds a lap for Verstappen.
So Ben's now only 2.4. Got up to 2.5 behind Peppermeat. Oh, I think this is going to be a very exciting end to the race. There's still a lot that could happen here.
Oh, absolutely.
Still a lot towards the end of the race here that could still transpire.
Yep, so Peppermeat is well underway now, trying to make sure that the gap does not close too quickly behind from what he's got on RSF1 Verstappen. Currently sitting at 2.4 seconds.
The thing is, Peppermeat's not really gaining on Muddy. It's staying sort of around that 4-second mark. I would have expected him to maybe catch up a little bit faster than this.
Yeah, he's now down on his times as well.
I wonder if he's hit them softs too hard in the first lap or two and they've just faded away.
Used up all the goodies all at once. Right, ladies and gentlemen.
Which is a problem for him because it's now going to put him back towards Verstappen.
Yeah, and Verstappen's now
1.9
now. Yeah. So Verstappen is now starting to reel in the pepper with his younger tyres. No, he's not, Patronus. 20 lap hold softs. If the softs done 20 laps around Silverstone, I would...
He'd be dead.
Go out and buy a Lewis Hamilton shirt.
Someone please do a video of the softs lasting for 20 laps around Silverstone, because I just want to see him wear a Lewis Hamilton shirt. That would be brilliant. Someone do it and upload it, please.
And you can't poodle around the track. You have to race hard. You watch now. A lot of people after this stream will be going off onto their Xboxes into a practice session. Right, let me do 20 laps around Silverstone. Challenge accepted from Tetra Lloyd.
And if anybody does it, AJ will wear a Lewis Hamilton t-shirt on the stream for comms one night, so we can all see it.
Yeah, I'm not going to wear it for the driver draw.
No, for comms, it's fine.
Right, so 6 laps to go, guys. Muddy Biscuits is holding back 2 seconds to Shrimper. Shrimper comfortably going along at the moment, hitting the mid-28s there on his deltas.
Only 1.2 between Verstappen and Peppermeat.
Yeah. Yeah, 1.2 seconds, or 1.3 at the moment, so Verstappen is slowly reeling in the pepper.
I wonder if Verstappen's just been a little bit kinder on his tyres. Peppermeat doesn't seem to have really got any closer to Muddy Biscuit, really. He came out of the pits about 5.5, 6 seconds behind, and he's just got to about 4.5 seconds and got stuck. The thing is, can Verstappen make it happen? Because surely Peppermeat's going to save all his ERS goodies up for all the straights and deploy as much as he can to stay ahead.
He's in a bit worse state than Verstappen on ERS at the moment.
So Bella get close down here. Maybe that'll be a move into Luffield. Still 6-7 of a second though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The game's as much as I thought he would down that straight.
Yeah, I don't think he used his overtake. I think he just used the advantage of DRS then.
Right, okay.
He's saving up the DRS when he actually makes the move.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see like the way Ben's moving through the first set of corners there, his car seems a lot more stable as well, so his tyres do seem to be in a lot better condition to what those are. Came out
using that extra gear, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, so now as Verstappen starts to line up to make the move to take the final podium. I do like the AlphaTauri to look at on the track.
Yeah, it's a very appealing car to the eye, isn't it? Very nice.
Yeah. It's done really well on this year's design, and like to be fair as well, the Williams this year.
Yeah, I do like the Williams this year. It looks a lot better than what it did in pre-season testing with all them different colours on it.
What, rather than it not looking like a tube of Colgate?
Yeah, just the white and blue. Very simple, very nice. Very pleasing on the eye.
Yeah. Right, Verstappen is within half a second now.
So who's going to get a better exit out of here? Seems as if Ben's got a little bit more traction. 0.4 of a second. 0.3, yeah. So he's got it down. Toto's got another 3-second penalty. Trouble is, in the heat of battle, it's so easy to forget where you're placing the car and just go too wide or go over the curb a bit too aggressively.
So Verstappen still chasing down Peppermeat, holding 6 seconds. They come through Maggins and Beckett now, but Verstappen gets a lovely run as they come through Chapel Curve now, gets a better run. He's going to open the RS and he's going to put the overtake button on. He's going to go bombing down the hanger straight now. He's done it. What a move! What a move, but Peppermeat's still going to respond now as they come through Stowe Corner and down through
Peppermint going to try and come back at him on the inside? He's there! He's there! They managed to get through clean racing. Ben's got the move done, but can Peppermint now stay close enough to get the DRS? Down the next straight.
Peppermint's going to run out of VRS before Verstappen does. Peppermint's going to come back now.
So here comes Peppermint with the DRS open. Is he going to make it stick? He is! He's through! Oh, Toto's left the session.
He's retired.
Retired of the pits by the look of that.
2 laps remaining. The battle for third is all where it's happening, guys.
It's where these guys are battling so hard. There's now 8 seconds between Pepper and Muddy.
Wow.
So Ben's going for it again
takes
round the
place off him
outside.
again.
Into Stowe's done it already this time. What a move. So fast, Ben. Super.
So strong.
So strong, Ben.
Right, it looks like
And he set the
Verstappen has
fastest last sector as well.
It looks like Verstappen's carrying a lot more pace with him now to get away so that Peppermint cannot make advantage. He's got that 1 second over him, so hopefully now he's managed to keep that 1 second over so that Pepper does not have the DRS in him as they come through Aintree now.
Yeah, the gap is growing even down the straight, 1.2, nearly 1.3 seconds by the time they get to the end of the straight there.
Yeah, so it looks like Verstappen has managed to take away third place from third spot from this race as we are now. Lap 25, not almost one from final lap, the penultimate lap. Verstappen has pulled away beautifully there, 1.3 seconds already, so it looks like Pepper's tyres have gone. Now it'll be interesting to see how much of a gap, how much can Verstappen close in on Muddy. He's got 4 seconds. If he manages to pull 4 seconds in 1.5 laps, absolute miracle. And again, I will do something absolutely crazy because it's just it's not real. Unless Muddy obviously crashes and bottles it on the final lap now. So let's get back with our race leader now as he now completes his final lap of the race. Let's be honest, nothing's gone wrong for him, to be fair. Got a great start, well at media we've got a good start. Unfortunately the battle between the Moronics and Hamilton saw that safety car come out and both of them, one of them getting damaged and one of them retiring from the session, putting him in the race lead, and then from there he's controlled the race car.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Good pace out the front, both of them guys. That'd be interesting to see what happened to Pepper. Why he just wasn't able to close that gap. Element's gone as well. Be interesting to see why he wasn't able to close that gap on the soft tyres to the 2 at the front.
Yeah. Right, so Shrimper now coming through Stowe. Into club. And across the line as the race
across the line.
winner. Muddy Biscuits take second, Verstappen in third. Peppermint in fourth. Nice 5th place there from Falcon.
Yeah, very solid 5th place from Falcon there. A very quiet race, but yeah, very good result for him. Very good.
K-Mag finishes P6. Camo now coming round club. Sorry about that, guys. Siri thinks that I'm talking to him.
Look at that, Hamilton all the way down in 8th. A terrible race, didn't he?
Yeah, not a good race for Hamilton there.
Bad luck at the first corner and just never got no better from there, really.
No.
So well done to Shrimper, Muddy and Verstappen. Yeah, I just saw that K-Mac. I was saying Camu was in P1. I think it was glitching out again.
Yeah. Right, Carl. Do you want to get
No,
our race
that is
winners
showing
in?
Camo as winning the race. Oh my word. Showing Camo as being on the podium. Well, we knew that wasn't the result. We knew it was Shrimper, Muddy Biscuit and Ben as the top three. So the game is glitched again.
So Shrimper, Muddy Biscuits and Verstappen.
Yep.
Get them into the room.
Right, I sent the invites out to them guys, so hopefully they should be joining us shortly.
Alright.
Evening.
Hello, mate.
Alright. What happened?
There's
Why am I here?
Verstappen.
I got P4.
Is that Pepper meeting here?
Yeah.
Don't know why he put you in here, Pepper.
I'm in here now anyway. I'm not leaving.
It's my bad.
Carl!
Meant to invite Muddy, sorry.
Muddy. You alright, Matt? Ben? Took Colin. Yeah, it was a good one, wasn't it?
Pepper, there is one question I wanted to ask you, Pepper, is did you struggle on those soft tyres? Because you just didn't really seem to close the gap to Muddy at all. You just sort of, you gained a couple of about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds, and you just got sort of stuck at 4.5 seconds.
Well, there you go. A bit too early. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, you
Good
suffered
race.
towards the end, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. I had no clothes on, so I went a bit quicker than I should have, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for AJ. I don't know what he's doing.
Right, okay, so it looks like we're not getting P3 in, so we'll settle for P4.
Well,
Right.
just give me P3 then, I'll take it. Okay.
No,
That's fine.
I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to give it to you on merit, mate. You can
Come on.
go for multiplying that one. Right, Carl, you take P4 and P1, and I'll speak to the man in second or third.
Yeah, so Pepper, how did the race go for you?
It's pretty good. Got a good start. I can't actually remember the start now, but what happened in turn 2, but... Was I side by side with you, Verstappen? I remember now. I think I was it? Oh no, there's a safety car.
Yeah, everyone just bunched up and
I got a good
people
start
damage,
anyway,
I think.
and, yeah, I got a good start. Race was good, just tried to keep my head down, and I boxed two laps too early for softs apparently. And that's kind of what did me in.
I thought with 10 laps to go they would have probably lasted, but
Yeah.
it seems that way, doesn't it? It does seem as if that's just too many laps.
Yeah. It's just yeah, I don't really know the strategies on this game yet, so just getting used to that.
Yeah.
Good thing it's a test race, and that'll obviously be rectified for the season race.
Yeah, so you do it differently next time.
Yeah, I'd box 2 laps later.
Yeah, well, that's what testing is for, mate. To practice, to learn
Yeah.
how the tyres work and whatnot, and you never know.
Well, yeah,
We might get performance
Happy with-
upgrades and.
I'm happy with the running no traction now, so that was actually good. I'm glad I didn't.
Oh, really? We did well then. Christ,
Yeah.
I didn't know
I had a tank slapper out of turn 2 on one of the laps, and I remember you went up the inside, but I managed to held it. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Well done, mate. Congrats on P4.
Cheers.
Shrimper, how did the race go for you? P1? But you couldn't believe you the first 2 disappeared in front of you?
Technically, I should be disqualified. I started on the wrong tyres.
You are!
Oh, did you?
Yep. I forgot to change them. I should have been
Well,
on
at
mediums
least you're
and
being
started
honest.
on softs.
I admire the honesty.
Right, okay.
Dirty sod.
But
P3,
forgetting
can't
that,
do
the car felt good. It was good. So I had some reasonably decent pace. But
Yeah.
I don't know what it would have been like if I'd have started on the mediums. For all I know, I could have spun out at some point. So
You seem to make it work though, mate. You know, even when you came into the pits and changed to the medium, you and Muddy Biscuit were having a good battle, you know. But you came
Yeah,
out of the
I
pits
wanted
in the order you went in. And then
Those
Peppermeat and
softs
Verstappen
felt
were just
horrible.
unable to close in on you on the softs, so...
yeah, I wanted to pit a little bit earlier because those softs felt absolutely horrible coming towards the end there. If I had gone another lap or 2, I would have lost it. I would have get in early,
Yeah.
get some fresh rubber on.
Yeah, well I said to AJ, with all the safety cars and virtual safety cars, they only really did about 5 or 6 laps, didn't they? Even though you came in on lap 10, they only sort of really did 5 or 6 laps hard racing. The rest of it was sort of pooling around behind the safety car and the VSC, so that's a bit of a shocking performance
think-
really for 5 or 6 laps, isn't it?
I would say it's definitely better to start on the mediums and have those softs at the end. You can gain so much more time being on the softs at the end. It's a better strategy.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I'm
mate.
happy with
Other
my-
than that, you're
I'm
happy with the
what
race,
I
yeah?
did. Yeah, it went well. I just tried a different setup from last night because the one I had last night was trash.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Right.
Well done, mate.
RSF1 for Verstappen, podium.
Yeah, boy.
Looking good for you for the season.
Oh, well, you've ruined it now, AJ. God damn it.
Why?
Well, if I crash in the first F2 race, now I'm blaming you.
Okay, fair enough. I'll make sure I come. Oh, Verstappen, you're so strong.
Ooh, thank you.
So
Solid.
It looked like a good race from your perspective. You definitely done some good time management there and had the edge on Peppermeter towards the end. And managed to take that last podium spot off of him.
Yeah, I mean, qualifying, I expected it to be close. I was teammates with Kachow. We wanted to be teammates because we thought we'd do a good race. We both put some good times in. I think at one point in Q1, 4 attempts between 12 drivers. Well, that was going to be made for a good race, but the safety cars and pile-ups and whatnot. But yeah, on the mediums,
Yeah.
I struggled quite a bit, to be honest, with the dirty air and just trying to keep up with Pepper. Pepper was
Yeah.
good on the mediums. And then the softs, I just said to Kachal, right, I'm going for it. He kept telling me Pepper was using his ERS. I was like, perfect. Honda power activate, here I come. And I made a move and it was good battling. So yeah, GG Peppermint.
Yeah, very good battle. It was very entertaining to watch towards the end there. It kept us very, very entertained as well. Right, that's it for us tonight, guys. Tomorrow the stream is back with Provisional Division 3. So I'm on track tomorrow.
Oh god, watch out.
Watch out, everybody. Fucking hell.
Mind your language, Peppermeat.
Oh, fucking hell.
Naughty boy.
Yeah, so I can't remember who's on stream comms tomorrow. Ben?
I
Me-
can check.
me
Yeah, me and Peppermint, I'm joking. I don't know. There's too many announcements and things, and there'll be 2 people on comms.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys,
Yeah,
I
pretty
hope
much.
also you've enjoyed the little camera on tonight as well. It's been a little bit of a fun element to it, so you could see what one of us looks like on the comms team, and like in the future, like Carl says, we will get round mine and do the comms and the box together. And so it will be a more entertaining little bit of a fun game for you.